You gotta feel that heat, and we can ride the boogie, share that beat of love. I wanna rock with you all night, dance you into the sunlight.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys, where I talk about things that I'm playing or watching. We're here to talk about Michael, and you may have seen Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 38%, but the audience review score was at 97%. So we're here to talk about who's right and who's wrong, and we'll get right into this. So what did I think of the movie? I actually really enjoyed the movie. Now, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, so I know I'm heavily biased, but I think the movie did a really good job, and I thoroughly enjoyed it from beginning to end. The movie certainly has its flaws, and it's not perfect by any means, and we'll get into that a little later in the review, but I would like to start with the good things I like. And you can't say anything good about the movie unless you start with Jafar Jackson's performance. He did such a great job channeling Michael Jackson from his mannerisms to his dance moves to his singing voice. I mean, I could not tell sometimes whether it was Jafar singing or was it Michael Jackson singing. That's how much he trained to make him sound like Michael, and I think he did an excellent job. I think the movie would not be as good without his performance, but I think he really did a good job and he really pulled it off, and it was very believable. Even the kid that played Michael Jackson when he was younger did an excellent job, especially with the singing and the dancing. He also was a really great singer, and it sounded really, really good. I really like the support cast they brought in here, from Joe Jackson to Katherine Jackson to his bodyguard, the brothers, obviously, and Latoya. I think they all did a pretty good job. They provided a lot of the laughs in the movie, and it was pretty good all around. The story structure was nothing to write home about. It was functional. It worked. It was like any other biopic you've seen. It starts out at the end, and then it cuts back to when he was younger, and it shows his come up slowly rising to mega stardom. And I think that they do have a problem with the pacing of the movie because they kind of breeze through a lot of plot points in the movie, and they don't really flesh out anything really. The only thing they really flesh out is his relationship with his father, and they, because he was an overlooming presence his entire life. So they kind of get into that a lot more than anything else, but you'll see scenes with his mom. There's not that many, and all the other threads, they just breeze right through it. Like there's a problem and it gets solved, or this is an issue and they just breeze past it because they got other songs to play and other things to show you. It gets the job done. There's nothing crazy. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was fine. The stuff they did focus on, or they chose to focus on, was really like performances that Michael Jackson had and music videos that he did that were huge. And I think those were handled exceptionally well. There was one of them where I was watching the music video and I'm thinking this is just a normal video. And then they zoom out and then the movie happens and you're like, oh snap, that was Jafar Jackson doing that the entire time. And the first time I seen the movie, I really was shocked that that was really him and not actual Michael Jackson, because they did it so well. The transition was crazy. One final thing that was sort of a bummer was that Janet Jackson's not mentioned in the movie at all. She doesn't have a character in it at all. They don't mention her name even in passing. And that was kind of sad to see. I was wondering where she was at, and yeah, she wasn't there. I would have loved to see her interactions with Michael, and it would have really brought out more of his character and like things he wanted in their relationship, because I knew they were so close in real life. But she has her reasons why she didn't show up, and you gotta respect it. So in summation, I love the movie. I love Jafar Jackson's performance as Michael Jackson. I know there was so much pressure for him to play his uncle's role and to give it just as it deserves, and you can see all the hard work and passion he put into it, and it was really transformative. Like I really, really was watching and listening and like, wow, he really sounds like Michael Jackson. He's really singing like him and talking like him and dancing like him, and it was a beautiful thing to watch. All the controversies and all the stuff that happened in his later years is not in this movie, so don't look for it. This movie is trying to protect his legacy and show you that he was very influential and really a big deal and a megastar for a reason. and the music was well done. They played a lot of his music. Some of the events were out of place, and they bunched it all together and put stuff in the wrong gear, and just to make it flow as a story. But you know, movie magic, I guess. I love the movie. I would definitely go see it again. Let me know what your favorite song is. You heard mine. I've loved that song since I was a little kid, and it'll always be my favorite Michael Jackson song. I love dancing to it too, but you're not ready for that yet. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I also stream. I try to do 4 days a week, and I'm streaming right now Resident Evil 6. I'm trying to play all the Resident Evil games till I get to Requiem that came out earlier this year. So you can go over to my Twitch at HSV_Batman or Sue Flash Reviews right here on YouTube. All right, you guys have a great day. Peace.